where the physical meet the spiritual. And in this world and the life that we are living in, we say that we have two altars. Either the godly altar or the altar that belongs to the kingdom of darkness. And behind every calamity or progress that you see, there is an altar behind it that gives everything a backup. We always say every time that behind every successful man there is a successful praying and supportive woman. And so even in the physical, behind everything that we see, there is a transaction in the spiritual realm that is taking place. And as long as the person or there is an altar that is behind you and speaking either for or against you, then you will always see the result. I know we know about the story about Elijah. And the Bible says that in Israel, when Ahab was ruling and he was having a wife by the name Jezebel, Jezebel introduced idol worshipping in the land of Israel. And Elijah, the prophet, he stood and declared, because of the worship of idols, there will be no rain, no dew for the next 3.5 years. And after that, he parted because he was fearing, and so he went and hid himself in the cave. And from the text that we have read, Elijah reappeared, and he told the Ahab and the prophet of Baal, let us meet on the mountain of Carmel, so that we may know the real God. And last time I tackled or I mentioned about the family of Abraham, together with the descendant, that is Jacob, Isaac, Joseph, Ephraim, and Manasseh. And we said that Abraham is our father of faith. And every time when we speak about Jehovah God, we refer him as God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because Abraham was afraid of God. Isaac, being the son of Abraham, even when God was revealing and he was introducing himself to Moses, he said, I am God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So even God, he derived himself being associated with this family. But we said that in this family, there was an altar that was speaking against them. And I highlighted and I gave you some examples. And I told you that in these three families, or in this one Abraham family, there was an altar that was against the firstborn inheriting from the parents. And we said that in the family of Abraham and Sarah, the wife, Ishmael was the firstborn, but he was the firstborn through what we call the permissible manner, waliskuma Mungu. It was not the plan of God for Hagar to bear a son together with Abraham.